So here I have a standard kitchen scale and I have some rice. So I'm going to do to measure the average of grain rice is I'm going to start slowly putting on grains until it finally gives me a reading. Just pour on a few. Right, so this is still 0 grams. And then if I pour on the rest of the rice, it ends up being 6 grams, right? So now I can turn the scale off. So you know this much rice is 6 grams of rice. So what we can do here is we can count how much rice and yeah. So okay, so now I've just finished counting all the grains of rice in this cup that I just weighed over here. There is 264 grains, and because of that, we know that the 264 grains weighs 6 grams. So if we go to a calculator, right here, we can do 6 divided by 264, and we can find that the average grain weighs approximately 0.023 grams. Now, for our second experiment, we were asked to, first of all, find the average thickness of a book page. So right here, I have my math textbook that I use in class. So I'm just going to flip to a random page, right? And then I'm going to, I'm going to start at page 200 here. And it's a bit crinkled. And I'm going to flip through 10 pages, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just gonna set the camera this way. 8, 9, 10. And this doesn't seem thick enough, so I'm gonna do 20, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And now, because I have my ruler here, and I'm going to measure it, right? And these 20 pages are 2 millimeters in this book, right? So, this is from my previous calculation. So we have 20 pages. We have 2 millimeters divided by 20 pages. So each page is around 0.1 millimeters. So here I have my mom. She's against the wall, as you can see. So she's flat, and that means it'll get an accurate reading. And here I have my tape measure. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set my phone up here, and I'm going to measure. I'm going to measure her height. Is that fun? Yeah, that's fine. So we're just gonna start at the base of our feet using our tape measure, and then we'll put our finger here, and then we extend upwards. And then we're gonna extend all the way up. And then if I align my hand with the tape measure, we can see that she is 160 centimeters tall our first time. Right, so now I'm gonna reclose the tape measure, and after that first attempt, we're gonna try again, this time on this side, just for extra possibility. Okay. And then I'm gonna stretch it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna remeasure her. So this time we're getting a reading of 158. And now from the front, I'm going to leave it open because it doesn't really matter. And now we are getting a measure of 169. So after those 3 attempts, which I got 160, 168, and 169, 158, 159, and 160, right? We know that the average is all 3 of them divided by the number of things. So 160, I can do this in my head, obviously, but just for proof's sake. So we add all 3 of them together and divide it by 3, and you get 159, which means her height is 159 centimeters. So here we have the finished product of our sundial, our homemade sundial. I did have to move it because the sun was setting and put it in the wrong spot, but I made sure with a compass and rulers and whatever to ensure that it was still the same angle, so that we still got the same readings and the same times. So this is what I ended up with. So right now we need to calculate the average of our pendulum swings. So earlier we got 2 seconds and 5 milliseconds, 1 second 81 milliseconds, and 2 seconds and 16 milliseconds. So we add all of them together, and then we divide this number by 3, and you can see our average pendulum swing is 2 seconds. So here we have our pendulum, and as you can see right here, it is about a meter in length. So right now we have to time the swing 3 times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by aligning this with this to make sure we get accurate results. And then for the first swing, oh, I didn't set a timer. So for the first swing, we get 2 seconds and 5 milliseconds. For the second swing, we get 1 second and 81 milliseconds. And for the third swing, we get 2 seconds and 16 milliseconds.